welcome to Rathalos Watch. Today I am going to be rating the visual design of Congalala from Monster Hunter Wilds based on a 10-point scaling system that's divided into 5 different categories with a bit of a new twist for returning monsters. The 5 categories are Realism, Fantasy, Color Scheme, Glow Up, and Silhouette. Once each category has been rated, I'll combine all 5 scores to determine the final score for the monster's visual design. Quick note, this is a returning monster, so I will be using a mix of both original Monster Hunter Freedom Unite footage and the new gameplay from Monster Hunter Wilds, and the originality category will be replaced with the Glow Up category instead because it is a returning monster. Without further ado, let's begin. Realism. Congalala is probably the most realistic looking monster in the Monster Hunter universe. He isn't based on any mythology or fantasy creatures. Instead, Congalala's design is inspired by real life animals like hippos and baboons. His face resembles that of a hippo, while his body has more in common with a monkey. He is classified as a fanged beast, behaving very much like an actual primate. He also takes on the role of the alpha among the smaller congas, similar to how monkeys establish dominance and hierarchy in real life. And yes, he farts around a lot and smells, but it's not unheard of monkeys throwing their own poop around in real life either. This behavior often occurs when they're bored, stressed, or annoyed, and it varies by species. In Congalala's case, it's an amusing yet fitting adaptation of real life animal behavior. The realism category will be getting a rating of 10 out of 10. Fantasy. Capcom's goal with this monster was to create a goofy, low-rank creature that serves as a comic relief, one that gets easily annoyed and throws poop around, and that's exactly what you get with Congalala. Making him a monkey was a great choice because, like real monkeys, he gets agitated quickly and throws tantrums. Sometimes in Monster Hunter, you need a break from hunting more serious threats like Anjanath or Rathalos. His personality adds a lot to the overall fantasy. He moves in a funny way, has a big round belly, farts constantly, and even eats mushrooms to gain new abilities for battle. His design, combining features of a hippo and a baboon, really emphasizes the comedic aspect. In essence, fighting Congalala feels like battling a cartoon character, and that's the type of fantasy Capcom was aiming for with this monster. This style might not appeal to everyone, but personally, I think it's fantastic. Looking at it objectively, if the goal was to create a lighthearted and humorous monster, I'd say Capcom nailed it. The fantasy category will be getting a rating of 10 out of 10. Color scheme. Congalala's color scheme consists of 3 main colors with various shades. Most of its body is covered in fluffy pink fur, while its face and ears are light brown. Its arms, feet, and belly are a blend of dark brown and light black. The comb on its head starts as pink, gradually transitions to orange, and ends in yellow at the tip. Even though the monster is primarily pink, the darker tones on its head, feet, and belly creates a nice contrast. Additionally, Congalala sometimes picks up mushrooms in different colors, adding even more variety and contrast to its appearance, even though they aren't a central part of its design. The color scheme category will be getting a rating of 10 out of 10. Glow Up. Seeing Congalala for the first time in the live stream demo left me in shock. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. The visual redesign is absolutely phenomenal. Honestly, I'm still in disbelief that this is real, and I can't wait to experience it myself when I finally play the game. Capcom managed to stay true to the original while enhancing his colors to make them more vibrant. His fur looks fluffier than ever, and the improvement is beyond what I imagined. Even the animations are nearly identical to his original moveset from Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, which is a big plus for me. When redesigning a monster, I believe it is crucial to keep its core essence intact. It's not just about nostalgia, it allows new players to experience what veterans enjoyed back in the day. Capcom nailed it. The animations are similar, but updated just enough to retain the original charm while feeling fresh. Even the smaller Congas have the same attack animations and behaviors from the older games. I also noticed that Congalala looks a bit larger overall. His face, body, and arms seem bigger. Monster Hunter Wilds has a much larger sense of scale, so making Congalala a bit bigger was a great choice. And let's talk about the farting. It's just as hilarious as I remembered. Now in glorious Ultra HD, the stream quality didn't do it justice, and YouTube compression didn't help either. I can't wait to see it in person on my 32-inch 4K monitor. Trust me, when the time comes, I'll have to do a fart compilation video just for the memes. One last thing I want to mention is that they've kept every single attack from the original game. I was surprised at how faithful they stayed to his moveset, but during the stream they did say they weren't showing the full fight, and we'll have to discover that for ourselves when we play it. So there could be some new moves or maybe something special when he's enraged. All in all, this glow up is pure perfection. I have zero complaints about his new upgraded look. Capcom did an amazing job, and I can't wait to see how he looks on our screens. This is just incredible. The glow up category will be getting a rating of 10 out of 10. Silhouette. Congalala is currently the only monkey confirmed for Monster Hunter Wilds, so I'm going to compare him to other monkey-like monsters from previous titles like Rajang and Blongonga. Rajang has a very distinct silhouette. He's the only fanged beast monkey with long horns and a body shaped more like a gorilla. His tail doesn't carry anything, unlike Congalala, who sometimes holds a mushroom, adding to his unique silhouette. Just seeing those long horns is enough to identify Rajang instantly compared to other monkeys. Blongonga, on the other hand, is a bit trickier to recognize, but his face has the most distinct features among the monkey monsters. He has really long fangs that stand out, along with two saber-like tusks extending from the sides of his mouth and curving slightly downward. These tusks give him a fierce and an easily recognizable silhouette. For Congalala, the most noticeable features are the comb on his head and tail, especially if he's holding a mushroom. Spotting these two elements in his silhouette makes it easy to tell which fanged beast monkey you're looking at. The silhouette category will be getting a rating of 10 out of 10. Final rating. At this point, I think it's pretty clear what visual design rating Congalala is going to get. It's like Capcom jumped into a time machine, grabbed the monster from the second generation, and asked the creature designers, how much do you like Congalala? And the answer was a resounding yes. Whoever was in charge of his redesign deserves a platinum medal and then a few more on top of that. They did an incredible job. I love everything about this glow up, from the vibrant new colors and classical animations to the larger size, sound effects, and the fact that most of his combat moves are still intact. If any developer is looking to bring back a character or a creature with modern technology, Congalala is the perfect example of how it should be done. What Capcom has delivered here is pure fan service, and it's absolutely glorious. The final rating for Congalala's visual design will be receiving a score of 10 out of 10. Fellow hunters, what do you think about Congalala's new updated visual design rating? Am I rating for it? Do you believe it is a fair score or not, and why? What would you rate him for a visual design? I hope you enjoyed this episode of rating the visual design of X Monster from Monster Hunter Wilds. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe with notifications turned on. Peace out and happy hunting.